What's up guys, it's Fifa Gaming here and welcome back to the fourth episode of the Blackpool FIFA 16 career mode. And before we jump into this episode, I just want to mention that in every episode so far we've played 2 games, but that's only been because we were in the transfer window. Now we're out of the transfer window, we'll be playing 3 games in 8 episodes. That's something to look forward to. The first game of the episode is away to Millwall in League One, and this is a big game for us because we've both been recently relegated from League One. We'll both be looking for promotion back into the Championship this year, and another reason it's a big game is because we are sitting in 3rd on the table and they are sitting in 4th, both on 8 points. So absolutely massive game for both teams. Obviously both looking to regain our championship status this season, so this is a massive game early on in the season of 2 promotion favourites. Anyway, this is the Blackpool team today. It is our full starting 11. The 2 players at the moment I think to look out for is that man in the centre midfield, Alex Gilby, and the 17-year-old Zachary Elbaduzi, who's really on fire at the moment. 17 years old and he's already through 2 ratings, so we are in quite good form despite having a poor episode last episode. There are some players that are very in form coming into this match. We're hoping they can do the job and the team can do the job to get a good solid win away to Millwall at the start of this season. The first highlight in this game comes up in the 8th minute as Cummins for Millwall bursts down the line, cuts in his weakened left foot. Elliot Doyle with a brilliant save. Colin Doyle with a brilliant save there, performing more heroics like he has for many of the games this season, and a brilliant save. But he was shouting at his defenders there, and he really should have been, because they just didn't respond at all to the Millwall right back's bulging run. Now pushing on to the 40th minute, knocked onto Elbaduzi. He can't quite win it, but Cullen gets a lucky bounce off his head, and Gilby with a great finish into the bottom corner, and that's 1-0 away to Millwall. I said before the game, this guy is in massive form. He's the player to watch out for at the moment. 64 rated, only 20 years old. Fantastic young talent for us at the moment. A great little finish. Poked it into the far corner, and a brilliant start for us in this massive promotion game at the start of the season. 40 minutes gone and we're already 1-0 up away to Millwall in this crucial game. Now pushing on to the 63rd minute, Mark Cullen trying to get down the right wing. He does really well there. Mark Cullen puts a great ball into Elbaduzi, and that's a brilliant shot on the turn for that 17-year-old with a great opportunity, but really good save from the keeper forward. Cullen in the 90th minute here, he's really out of energy, but he bursts past his man. Can we seal it in the last minute? Ivan Toney, and a great save from Ford to deny us our 2nd goal in this match. Can we keep Millwall out for the last opportunity of the game? And luckily, just as Millwall were in on goal, the referee saves us and blows the full-time whistle. Very thankful to the referee there, considering that was a great opportunity for Millwall, and I'll be absolutely furious if that happened to us. Now pushing into some training, Elbaduzi moves up a rating just about, and I'm really happy with the growth at the start of this season. Obviously not many games in, and already players growing quite nicely. We've decided to sim the next match at home to Bury, as I did think we would be capable enough to win the game, but unfortunately in the 24th minute here, Melis puts Bury 1-0 up and shocked me. Well, I thought our team was good enough to do this, but as you can see here, in this 57th minute, Pugh gets the 2nd goal for Bury. I'm sorry guys, it must have been some poor misjudgment for me. We're not going to sim any more important league games this season, because our squad obviously isn't good enough to do it yet. And moving on now to some training, more training obviously after that sim game. Hopefully we can get some growth in the overalls. Asai Samuel going up 1. Gilby ever so close to that 65 rating that he really does deserve due to his recent performances lately. But now pushing on into the 2nd played game of the episode. It is another away game. It's an away game to Bradford City. Bradford City are a very good side in real life, but never really seemed to get promoted to the Championship despite coming close in the past few years. And as you can see there, we were at the top of the table just a few games ago, and now we've dropped to 6th after just one loss. Shows how close it is at the top of the table early on in League One. As you can see though, we were only 2 points off top of the league, so if we put a few wins together, we could end up being top of the league by the end of the episode, which would be unbelievable considering we are in 6th position now. This is Bradford City side. It's a very strong side. Hansen, quite a good striker. Felipe Murray, a very dangerous right winger, obviously scored a very important goal against Chelsea last year in that FA Cup shot. This is our team. A few changes to the starting 11. Ivan, Toney, McAllister, Robertson, and I think there was someone. No, that's it. Ivan, Toney, McAllister, and Robertson come into the side. It's not the strongest 11, but I think this side should definitely be able to do the job against a quite strong Bradford City side, but they are only sitting in 14th position and we are sitting in 6th. So we're hoping for the full 3 points away to Bradford City away. 18 points gone here. Bradford City passing the ball around riskily at the back, and Emerson Boyce hassles his man, wins the ball, gets past his man and puts it into the back of the net. Emerson Boyce, the veteran right back, with a brilliant finish on his weak foot there. Finishes like that for Emerson Boyce don't come easily. Brilliant dribbling skills from the right back. Gets past his man. He won the ball, he got past his man, and a great finish. But the keeper here, he seemed to just do everything he could to try and let it go in, because he just dived out of the way of the ball. And poor goalkeeping there, but as you can see, the Blackpool fans ecstatic behind the goal and 1-0 up early on in this match. Brilliant start. But in the 35th minute here, Bradford with some great passing play. Brilliant move into Felipe Murray. And a great save from the keeper, Doyle, who has saved us on so many occasions this year so far. I know I keep saying it, but he really has been heroic this year. And a brilliant save from him to keep it 1-0 to us in this game. But pushing on, it's nearly half time. The 45th minute here, good header from Felipe Murray. And a great save from Doyle once again. It looked like it was comfortable. It was quite far out the header, and it looks like Dunn had sorted it out and he didn't have any problems. But some good attacking play from Felipe Murray to get the header, and Bradford with a great chance in the 63rd minute here. What a brilliant opportunity. They were in on goal, and for some reason they decided to pass it to the man that was completely marked. Terrible decision making from Bradford here. Pushing on to the 71st minute, Ivan Toney, brilliant pace, brilliant strength, and he was going absolutely nowhere. But just like we saw in the first episode with Nile Ranger, oh no, sorry, that was the second episode, with Nile Ranger being taken down despite going absolutely nowhere. Ivan Toney gets lucky, as he was probably just going to run off for a free kick, but Stephen Darby with a stupid foul for Bradford City that didn't need to be made, and it's won us a penalty in this game and a chance to go further into the lead and hopefully solidify this win. Norris, the captain, to step up to take it. Quite hard power, and he puts it straight down the middle, but Brad Jones luckily saves us on that occasion, because it was an awful penalty for me. I meant to put it in the top corner, but Brad Jones, it was straight at him and he just parried it into his own goal. So thank you for probably making us win this game, Brad Jones, because Captain Norris there with a poor penalty. He's got to count himself very lucky there. Brad Jones has just saved it and knocked it onto the post. Pushing on to the 78th minute now. Bradford have a free kick. They need a goal if they've got any chance of getting back into this game. But we're on the counter attack here with Ivan Toney again. He had an amazing game in this one. Cuts back, plays it into the substitute. Cameron, the 18-year-old, we put him on as a sub, give him some experience, and that is a poor shot on his stronger right foot. Rushed it a little bit. A good play from Ivan Toney, but unfortunately couldn't get the third goal. But as that's a brilliant 2-0 win for Blackpool here. We've played 3 games in this episode. Obviously, the first game We beat Millwall, a good 1-0 win away, and the second game was a disappointment, obviously simming that game against Bury and losing 2-0, but brilliant way to bounce back here away to Bradford City and winning 2-0, and as you can see by the stats there, we fully deserved that. Now, pushing into the third and final game of the episode, finally a game at home, and this game is up against Doncaster Rovers. Obviously, Doncaster Rovers are a side of probably similar quality to us. They're also a formerly Championship side just a couple of years ago, and as you can see, we were sixth before that game against Bradford City, but now we are second in the table, proving how close it is at the top of League One at the moment. And brilliant stat there for us to see. We are the best defensive side along with Colchester United in the league, which is a very good stat considering we've just signed 2 new centre backs. But 2 changes coming into this game. Redshaw and McAllister come in to the side to try and help us win this game away to Doncaster. Obviously, Redshaw, he hasn't got much game time yet, but brilliant little pacey striker. We're hoping he can make an impact in this game, and McAllister has been a very solid hard worker for us in that centre midfield position so far, and we're going to need another great performance from that man Doyle, because he seems to be pulling out his brilliant performances every single game. He's been so consistent so far this season. Hopefully we can get a good win at home to Doncaster and maybe get top of the table. But first highlight of the game, pushing into the 15th minute, El Bazoudi picks the ball up. Great ball to the back post, and Niall Ranger, or as I thought, and Jack Redshaw, as it looked like it was going to Niall Ranger, he takes it off him in a brilliant little jump to jump above all the defenders from the 5'5" striker. In the 20th minute here, El Bazoudi gives the ball away, and then Gooson's through on goal. Nelson can't catch him up. Great chance for Gooson, and a brilliant save from the keeper Doyle, pulling out another amazing save in this season and continuing his amazing form. 37th minute here, Wellens with a great ball into Forrester. Good save from Doyle, and Emerson Boyce saves it from going off for a corner kick. Curtis Main for Doncaster here gets past the man, and a great save from Doyle just before half time. Doncaster in this first half had just constantly attacking, and we really couldn't deal with it. Now pushing on to the 49th minute, Doncaster make a mistake in the defence. Redshaw knocks it onto Gilby. Great opportunity for Gilby, and a good save from the keeper. Can't continue his scoring form at the end of the first game. 55th minute now, Gilby again on the ball. Another great shot from Gilby, but another good save. And somehow this game's still 0-0. Both sides should have scored at least 3 each at the moment, but Doncaster give the ball away here. Gilby into Ivan Toney, who's been brilliant lately. Plays it into Reece Bennett. Can he find Ivan Toney? Yes, he can. Brilliant ball in, and what a brilliant finish on the turn in the 79th minute from the man in form, Ivan Toney. That is a great, well-worked goal. But I'm not sure what the defenders were doing here for Doncaster Rovers. I mean, they should have been intercepting that ball for Ivan Toney, but I'm not complaining. Brilliant finish from Ivan Toney on the turn, and a great end to this episode as he puts us in the lead in the 80th minute. But in the 90th minute here, one last chance for Doncaster Rovers, but a heavy touch leads to a crunching tackle from Ryan Tafazoli, stopping Doncaster's last chance of getting anything out of this game, and that is how the game would finish. Brilliant result here for Blackpool, pushing us hopefully to the top of the league. Obviously we were second coming into this game, but now hopefully we will be top of the league. Brilliant performance from the lads, and the stats show it as well. We had 8 shots, 6 on target, and they only had 4, I think it said there. So brilliant result to end this episode off. But last episode, guys, I forgot to show you the league table at the end of the episode, and so I will do it at the end of this episode. And we are top of the league, ahead of Wigan Athletic. Obviously, we're on the same points as them, but we're still ahead of them. Looking at the top scorers list, Reece Bennett is our top scorer at the moment, and obviously I'm chuffed that we are top of the league there. And Alex Gilby is our best assist person at the moment, the young player in form. But I really hope you enjoyed today's episode, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. I've been Raw Thief Gaming, and